Now, I definitely don't consider myself a trad wife, although that name has popped up a few times recently in the comments. Trust me, I'm out there chopping firewood, mowing lawns, and doing plenty of other non-trad wife things here at the Starling Homestead. But in the last 24 hours, I've done a few quite traditional wifely chores. Just a minute, darling. So I'll show you what they are. This is me actually harvesting the apricots a few days ago now. I knew I wanted to get a big supply off the tree so that I could make my apricot cobbler and start stewing the rest down to get ready to go in the chest freezer. Now, freezing stewed fruit is my preferred method at this stage. I don't actually do canning. I might do one day, but we have a real lack of storage in this house, so I don't know where I would keep all these cans of stewed fruit. So here I am just giving everything a good wash, cutting out any yucky bits and removing the stones. It's quite time consuming, but it's also quite therapeutic doing stuff like this. Alright, I've just been watching sad TikToks as I halve and stone these. Oh. What is going on in the world? I'm going to add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of water, put a lid on and chuck it on the stove for probably only about 10-15 minutes. Okay, we're on to day 2 actually. I didn't get this finished last night because these were too hot to handle. So this is all delicious apricots. And I'm now going to go through and put them into these freezer bags. These are the Glad freezer bags, specifically for the freezer because they stretch, not sponsored. And I will fill up our chest freezer today. All right, the bagging up is done. I have 9 of these. Each weighs about 1 kilo, so 9 kilos of delicious stewed apricots to go in our freezer. And next I'm going to move on to doing apples, pears and plums. Just jumping back to show you what I do before I put all the apricots in the freezer. Because if you've got a chest freezer that's full of stuff, you'll know how much things get rummaged around in. I put all my things like for like, or like with like, I put into one of these, this is a countdown bag, and that way I'm not going to have to worry about the plastic getting ripped. And then when I want to get some apricots out, I can just haul out this big bag by the straps. And I do the same with my meats. Whatever goes in there really. I have sausages in one bag, mince in another, and then I can just pull that bag out without having to scramble around in that freezing cold deep freezer. Now my next domestic goddess duty was to haul the sewing machine out and do some repairs. These are my husband's favourite work pants. They are very well loved. He's had these for years and this is the second time he's ripped through the knees. Now, I am not a sewer, but I have a sewing machine. I can sew a straight line. I highly, highly recommend you get yourself a sewing machine. This one I paid about $50 for off Marketplace, and while I don't use it often, it is so invaluable when I do need to do repairs. Now, these are some linen pillowcases that are down at the stables usually. I was quite cross at this actually. These were quite expensive pillowcases and they ripped quite quickly after using them. So what I've learned with linen is that it actually doesn't withstand the amount of washing that I give them. So obviously everything gets washed after every guest, so it's really getting hammered. So I don't think I'll buy linen again to use down at the stables. So while I've been doing this, Jay's been keeping Remy out of the kitchen. So I take the opportunity to give myself another little DIY gel manicure. I'm absolutely addicted to doing this now. So that is my Sunday morning so far. It's about 10:30. The guests have just checked out down at the accommodation. So once I've finished my coffee, I will be going down there to start the flip. I've got a bride coming around to do another tour at 12 o'clock, so I'll only be able to get a little bit of cleaning done, and I'll have to finish that off after I've done the tour. Then I've got coffee with some friends down at the Rusty Fiddle, the Sunflower Farm and Cafe, just down the road from us this afternoon. We've got someone coming around to look at some piglets this afternoon, and I've got more guests checking in at 3. So pretty typical busy Sunday here at the Starling Homestead, but I love it. And yeah, a lot of it is filled with pretty traditional female type roles. But look, like I said, I'm out there doing all the other stuff as well. I definitely think I have a very balanced life.